Record of the matter, the people of the state of Michigan versus Brandon Lee Decker, 24-02616 and 24-02716. Council appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Case Mark Aaron, appearing on behalf of the people, make a motion to practice under Michigan Court Rule number 8.120.
Motion is granted.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter, appearing on behalf of Mr. Decker, who is standing to my right.
Okay, today's the date and time set for a pre-trial on one count of abandoning cruelty to an animal, and then there was a final pre-trial scheduled for crime report, domestic violence. How are we proceeding on these files?
Your Honor, I believe we're headed to dismissal on the dog case. I'll let Ms. Sutter make a record of the received proof on regarding the final pre-trial. I do believe we have the victim, Kelsey Alvarado, clear on this. Also set for a matter at 8:30 a.m.
Spencer, I think I have Kelsey on my document. Okay, sounds good.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Regarding the animal case, Mr. Decker has made efforts to get some paperwork from animal control. The dog was put down by the Ingham County Animal Control. He was sent a paw print in the mail. He's tried calling, getting additional paperwork, has been unsuccessful so far. But we did advise Mr. Mercurian of the efforts done to provide confirmation of the dog being put down. So we would be not objecting to or also requesting that dismissal at this time.
People would move to dismiss based on that, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, regarding the final pre-trial, yes, Ms. Alvarado is on Zoom. She is here for her own case at 8:30. I'm sure I'll make a record of what's going on with her case and myself when it comes time for hers. I believe she is here only for her case, but I'll leave it to the court's discretion as to how this case proceeds.
I need a dismissal. And then domestic violence and interfering with a crime report that the people are proceeding on. Is that correct?
Your Honor, I did speak with Ms. Alvarado this morning. She indicated to me that she was in the process of, or had just recently moved out, separated from Mr. Decker. So I don't think she wants this case to proceed to a trial. However, she did appear, so out of an abundance of caution, I guess I'll leave it to the court's discretion, Your Honor, on how you'd like to handle it. But they are here.
I don't believe in anything to my discretion. Either you're gonna make a motion or you're gonna make a motion.
I'll make the motion.
One of you all are gonna make a motion.
Your Honor, given the representations by Mr. Mercurian as well as my own understanding, I would make a motion to dismiss at this time.
Motion to dismiss is granted without objection by the people due to the victims' unwillingness to proceed to trial. We'll get you a copy of the dismissal in just a moment. Do you have any questions?
No.
So dismissal is without prejudice, so the people do have the right to reissue these charges against you. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Additional matters for the record on these.
The people.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, sir. We'll get you these copies in a moment. On the record in the matters of the people of the state of Michigan versus John Macer. 4-02691, council appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Case Mark Aaron, appearing on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Dana started for Mr. Mazer.
Mr. Macer,
I don't have a client.
you don't have a client today.
That's
Why is that?
I haven't heard back from him. Several times. I'm also of the understanding that the complaining witnesses will be here either.
The bench warrant will be issued. What's the record on that matter? On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Tierra Richardson, 24-01372, council appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Case Markarian appearing on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Ms. Richardson, who's standing to my right.
Okay, Ms. Richardson had a final pretrial today. This is a child abuse court. How are we proceeding on this?
Your Honor, I believe we have a joint request to reset the final pretrial here. Upon review, it appears there was some CPS records that were confidential and were not shared with Ms. Sutter yet. I'm actually about to send an email to the court staff now with a stiff order to release those CPS records so that Your Honor can sign it and then Ms. Sutter can have discovery to review. I think we're headed to a resolution on this case, but I want Ms. Sutter to be able to review everything first.
That's also my understanding, Your Honor. I also believe we're headed for resolution on this case. We just need to, for lack of better phrasing, get all of our ducks in order here. So I would also be asking for that adjournment to get those records to review, as well as look into the resolutions suggested by Mr. Markarian.
Much time do we need?
You know, if you wouldn't mind 3 to 4 weeks.
December 10th at 8. December 10th at 8 a.m. How many questions for the court today? I don't have any control over family law matters. This is a criminal matter. I couldn't have tell you what where your child was. I have no idea. I have no control over that. That's a family law issue. Separate court, okay? So you can contact the other court about that.
And Your Honor, just for the record, there is, my understanding, currently a bond condition in place for no contact between her and the child in question.
That's typical. If the family court issues another order, we adjust ours. We haven't got anything from the family court.
Your Honor, my understanding is that there is not anything in the family court pending contact. I believe it is just this no contact order.
There's a CPS case that was pending.
It is no longer pending. It was closed months ago from the time of this original incident as well.
Okay, well, the no contact order will continue until the time that this matter is resolved. On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Jabril Warren, 24-02944.
Morning, Your Honor. Case Markarian appearing on behalf of the people.
And Jacob Riley on behalf of Mr. Moore.
Mr. Warren has a final pretrial for domestic violence. There was a offer for him to plead guilty with a killable to no upfront jail and sentencing under HYTA 4769.48 if eligible. That's still the offer.
And I did update the offer to include a caliber to inpatient substance abuse treatment. However, I have not seen the necessary witness on this one. Lucas Schartzer at this time. I have made contact once before the pretrial where they indicated that they would like to see some sort of substance abuse treatment. However, I have tried to contact them again since then. Have not been successful. I don't see them here today. People are unable to proceed.
Defense motion to dismiss. Your Honor.
Motion to dismiss is granted without prejudice, and the people have the right to reissue this charge. Do you understand that? You're on probation for Buchanan right now. Okay. Were you on probation in September before Buchanan? Oh. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the people.
No, Your Honor.
You're all set for today. We'll get your copy of this dismissal. On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Kelsey Alvarado, 24-02082, council of parents.
Good morning, Your Honor. Case Markarian appearing on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Ms. Alvarado. She is joining us via Zoom today, and I may make a record regarding representation.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, today's the date and the time that was set for a food trial for dog at large. Oh, proceeding minutes.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna jump in here quite quickly. Just to note for the record, Ms. Alvarado was up until several minutes ago the complaining witness in a case involving another defendant whom I represent. My office deemed this a conflict of interest this morning after we discovered the conflict on Friday. I will note that I did speak with Ms. Alvarado prior to discovering the conflict. She provided some pictures to me, some proof of fixing the dog at large issue, which I have forwarded to Mr. Markarian. However, both of us are a little hesitant to speak with her in private regarding the conflict of interest that has been set by my office.
Did receive the necessary proof, Your Honor, that people would move to dismiss if the court was willing to grant in light of the potential conflict issues there.
Motion to dismiss is granted. This is a dog at large.
That's what I took. Thank you, Your Honor.
Safe to say for the record. Thank you.
Thank you. You're all set, Ms. Alvarado.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Thank you. He's on tether for this matter.
That's what Riley said.
Yes. On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus James Hogan, 24-02504, counsel appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Case Markarian appearing on behalf of
Jacob Riley on behalf of Mr. Hogan.
Okay, today was the date set for a plea. I have a plea sheet, Mr. Hogan. It said the people are arguing for you to plead guilty to malicious destruction of property less than 200 under MCL 750.3778(1)(f). That's a misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines or 3 times the amount in controversy. Is that the offer you recall receiving? Do you want to accept that offer? Do I have an advice of rights?
I believe there was one submitted last week. To be filed.
Okay, there's one back there. Okay, I have an advice of rights and plea information sheet. It was dated for November 5th. And is that your signature, sir? Did you go over these rights with your attorney? You understand the rights listed there? And you're willing to give these rights up in order to plead guilty to the amended charge of malicious destruction of property less than 200? You understand that you have the right in this matter to proceed to trial, and you have the right to jury trial. By pleading guilty, you would give up that right, which means you're also going to give up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty by the prosecution by proving each element of the charge being brought against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You also give up your right to remain silent and not have silence be used against you. You give up your right to see, hear, or question in court any of the witnesses that the prosecutor was going to call to testify against you. You give up your right to have witnesses subpoenaed on your behalf to testify to your defense. You also give up the right to waive your silence at trial and testify on your own behalf if that's what you wanted to do. You understand that? Anyone threatening you to get you to give these rights up? Anyone threatening you to get you to give up those rights? Has there been any promises made to you to entice you to give up these rights and plead guilty?
No.
Are you currently on probation or on parole? No. You understand that a guilty plea in this matter could result in a conviction that has impact on travel or immigration status that you may seek in the future. So you may want to go to visit a certain country and they could deny you entry into their country based on this conviction. Do you understand that? You also could have to report a conviction to your current or future employer. Do you understand that? As to the amended charge of malicious destruction of property less than 200, how do you plead? Factual basis.
Mr. Hogan, on February 9th, 2024, were you present near the intersection of South Waverly Road and West Jolly Road? And is this in City of Lansing, in County of Simmons?
Yes,
At that location, were you in a car accident?
yes,
And is it true that you at some point got out of your vehicle and caused some damage to the window of the other vehicle?
yes,
Is it true that you did this intentionally, and in other words, it was not accidental? and that you were not invited to do this. Would you agree that the approximate value of the damage would be something less than $2 million?
Questions from the prosecution?
There, Your Honor, people are satisfied with the factual basis.
The board is also satisfied with the factual basis. I will structure plea and find your plea to be made freely, voluntarily and intelligently. This matter is set for sentencing January 13th at 9 o'clock in the morning. Prior to sentencing, and when you leave here today, you're gonna go downstairs to check in with probation. They're gonna schedule you for a pre-sentence interview and investigation so they can provide the court with an update as to how you're supposed to be sentenced, okay? What's the question? Oh, okay. You scratched your head and you looked at him, so I thought you had a question.
Oh, I just got nervous.
You got nervous about what? Going to jail? I have no idea how I'm gonna sentence you, but it's highly unlikely that it's jail. That makes you feel less nervous. You'll check in with probation. They will get information to help me fashion your sentencing appropriately, okay? Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the people.
No, Your Honor.
You can appear for your sentencing via Zoom. I shall take you down in just a moment, okay? You can have a seat.
Thank you.
You're welcome. On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Donovan Meyer, 24-02972.
Self-represented.
Mr. President,
No, he's on Zoom. He was, at least. We spoke and we have a resolution.
Mr. Mayor can remove his hood. Okay, Mr. Mayor, you're proceeding without counsel?
Yes,
Okay. This was for an ORV unregistered. You said there was a resolution
Yes, Your Honor.
for the record.
There would be a plea to impeding traffic, a civil infraction. In exchange, people would dismiss the charges.
So, Mr. Mayor, impeding traffic is a civil infraction. It's not a criminal matter, so you wouldn't really plead. You would either accept responsibility or not accept responsibility. Did you want to accept responsibility today for the civil infraction?
yes, ma'am.
And the fine is $135. When can you pay?
Today.
Okay, give us about 20 minutes so that we can make sure the clerk's office enters this information, and then you'll be able to pay online. Otherwise, you can come up and pay in person at the criminal traffic window, okay?
All right,
Great, you're all set, thank you.
thank you.
That's that. On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Corey Morris, 24-02955. Council appearance.
Morning, Your Honor. Case Markarian appearing on behalf of the people. Don't think Mr. Morris had counsel.
Mr. Morris here.
Not that I've seen, Your Honor. I think Yolanda's checked the hallway a few times for him.
Okay, on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Shawnice Glasgow, 24-02598. Okay. Let's see, Mr. Brewer, which matter are you on? Okay,
I
so
am just here on, I think there was a Nolly file, and so I'm just waiting to get a copy.
I
of
signed
that.
it already.
I just want to make a record of they can contact on that woman's lawyer.
Okay, on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Lucas Stewart, 24-03032, SM, appearance, please.
Morning, Your Honor. Case Markarian appearing on behalf of the people.
Thank you, Judge Tiffany DeBruin on appearing on behalf of Mr. Stewart.
Okay, this is the matter of a pre-trial for domestic violence. You said you wanted to make a record.
Yes, Your Honor. I spoke with the necessary witness on this one, Maylene Frantz. We've spoken a couple times, as a matter of fact. The first time we spoke, she was not interested in really proceeding on this case, but was interested in the 7694A offer being extended. Upon review of some body worn cameras that Mr. Bruin brought to my attention, I noticed that there were some issues with proceeding on the case factually. I called Ms. Krantz again, advised her of what the intent was today to dismiss the case, and she was fully on board with that, had no issue with that. So the people moved to dismiss.
So there's no objection.
None.
Motion to dismiss is granted without prejudice. As soon as he signs that, we can get your copy.
Thank you, Judge.
You said Mr. Doyle was on glass phone.
He is, Your Honor, I think her first name is the court right now. He is.
That's fine. What about Isa Williams? Okay, on the record, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Isa Williams, 24-01944, council appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Case Mark Herring, appearing on behalf of the people.
Jacob Riley on behalf of Mr. Williams.
Okay, Mr. Williams has a sentencing today. He was before the court back on September 17th, pled guilty to domestic violence with no objection to sentencing under 769.4A. I do have a pre-sentence report that was prepared on November 7th. I'll get a copy of that.
Yes, yes, sir.
Are there any corrections, updates, or deletions?
Have none, Your Honor.
Oh, Your Honor, we do, I just wanted to make a record. We do have a victim here who would like to make a statement whenever it's appropriate.
Kristen, to make a statement there? Yes, please. And ma'am, can you start with stating your first and last name and then spell both?
Sarah Williams, K-A-S-S-A-N. Williams,
Okay, you can proceed, ma'am.
I just would like to, I wish to document.
I can barely hear you. That microphone does not make you
Do I just
louder.
talk to you?
Yes,
Okay, I would like to drop a no contact with you,
that's all you wanted to share?
because I miss him and so my husband, so 3 seconds.
Thank you.
Oh, Your Honor.
You can, make allocation.
Your Honor, I think certainly Mr. Williams is very regretful about what happened. This is not appropriate response to conflict or to anger. That's something he needs to address in his life going forward. I do think he would benefit from period of supervision.
Great.
Recommended domestic violence class. We have no objection to this recommendation. We think that he will successfully complete probation for the benefits of 76948 status if granted by law.
Want to make a statement today?
Okay.
Do the pre-sentence report as well as the recommendation in your prior criminal history, with which there was no prior convictions. I think a term of probation is appropriate. Recommendation is for you to do 9 months of probation with special status under 769.4A, which means if you're successful, the conviction goes non-public on your own. Also recommended that you I'm sorry, it was 12 months the term. I'm going to do 9 months, so that was why I said. And it is also recommended that you complete a domestic violence program and submit to random alcohol and drug testing and maintain your employment. I did see a copy of your medical marijuana card in the files. So I will adopt the recommendation with the amendments that I just indicated on the record. So it'll be 93 days in Ingham County Jail, credit for 2 days, and I'll suspend the balance of 91 days upon successful completion of 9 months probation. While on probation, not to engage in any assaultive or threatening behavior. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And will allow peaceful contact and communication with Cassandra Williams. Do you understand that? There is not to be any use of alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. You're not to possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. You will be required to report for random preliminary breath testing and urinalysis testing, and you have to pay the fee for that, okay? You're not to be at any bars or nightclubs while you're on probation. Do you understand that? I am gonna order that you participate in the domestic violence program and maintain employment with a verification of your employment being provided to your probation officer. Do you understand that? Okay. I am going to grant 769.4A. There is a $30 per month oversight fee that you're responsible for while on probation. There's a $75 crime victim rights fee that you are responsible for, plus a $50 state minimum cost that must be assessed. I will waive discretionary fines and costs at this time. The total fines and costs $395. And you'll be making monthly payments on that. So the expectation is you're gonna pay about $44 a month. Plus whatever it costs for you to do your substance abuse drops, okay? Okay, let's see. I'll suspend the substance or the PBT's testing after 90 days if there's no violations, okay? Do you have any questions so far? This is advice of rights as to probation. It states that you've been placed on a term of probation before the 54A district court, and your terms are specifically tailored to address your assessed risks and needs. You would have had the opportunity to request early discharge from probation after you completed half the original term ordered by the court, so long as there was no violation within those 90 days preceding the request, if you were not on a term of probation for domestic violence. Because you are on a term of probation for domestic violence, you would not be eligible for early discharge, but I've already shortened the time that was recommended. Do you have any questions at this time? It's starting up 9 months, but if there's violations, it could get extended. You understand that? So it would not be advantageous to you to violate, okay? Do you have any questions at this time about your probation status?
So do I have to go downstairs after this to talk to him?
You're gonna go downstairs and check in so they can make sure they have your information accurate, because they'll prepare a judgment of sentence. It'll be sent to you for you to review and sign, and then you'll be checking in monthly with your probation officer via Zoom, okay? Do you have any other questions?
No, that's it.
Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from.
Oh, no.
Okay, we'll get you downstairs in just a moment. Thank you.
already on Glasgow.
On the record, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Shanice Raven Glasgow, 24-02598.
Morning, Your Honor. Case marked Darren, appearing on behalf of the people.
Morning, Honor. Dan Doyle, here on behalf of Ms. Glasgow.
Where is Ms. Glasgow?
She's currently in Beaumont Hospital, Your Honor. She was admitted in the Royal campus.
She was admitted when?
That I do not know, but I did call the hospital to confirm that she was admitted there.
You know how long she'll be in hospital?
That I don't know. I was just asked for a 2-week adjournment.
November 26th at 9. You need notice to appear today? Need a notice to appear?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set. Thanks. Ms. Sutter, who's representing Mr. Andres? Chopin. Oh, it's a Chopin. Let's see here. Okay. On the record of the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Andre Susana, 24-02201 R1. Mr. Susana, can you hear me? You're muted.
There I am. Can you hear me now, ma'am?
I can hear you now. This matter is set for show cause. It's actually two matters because you owe some money. You owe
Yeah, I paid, I
$130
just paid.
on one and $130 on the other. You said you just paid what?
I just made it was an agreement for a $10 payment every month on the 18th, and I had dropped the ball on the 18th. I fell ill, but no, there's no excuse for that. I paid it. I paid my month.
Yep, I have that noted here. I was the one who gave you the agreement to do that. To pay $10 per month, October 18th, and $10 the 18th of each month until paid in full. When did you make a payment, sir?
It was on, I believe, the 22nd or the 23rd. I was out of state at the time. I can find out right now. I got the transaction number here.
I see one from November 7th. We see one from November 7th.
Yeah, I think that was it, November 7th. That's for October 18th. I'm gonna make another payment on November 18th.
Okay, so long as you are consistent with the payment schedule order that you requested, there won't be another show cause or bench warrant that issues, okay?
Okay,
You're all set. Thank you.
thank you, ma'am. Have a great day.
Thank you. No one seen Tydonis Allen?
No, and there's no one out there to explore, it's fine.
Baker. Is that Mr. Berry?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Is that Dolly?
Yes, Your Honor.
On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Ahmed Mustafa Berry, 24-03254 appearance, please.
Morning, Your Honor. Case Mark Aaron appearing on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter, on behalf of Mr. Derry, who is present to my right, along with the court interpreter.
Mr. Markarian. Let the interpreter raise his right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will interpret in the matter before the court completely and accurately and not divulge confidential communication? Thank you. Today's the date scheduled for a pretrial. This was for one charge of domestic violence. People are moving to dismiss.
Yes, Your Honor, if I may make a record.
Yes.
We have spoken with the necessary witness on this case, Amira Al Musa. In fact, this was at the last, or a couple weeks before the pretrial and she appeared at court. We spoke and she advised that she did not want to proceed on this case, that she thought there was some things mixed in interpretation when police took the initial report. So out of an abundance of caution, I had the LPD, I requested follow-up from LPD. They got a new statement with an interpreter present. She advised that there were some things missed, that the facts weren't exactly what were originally reported, and she didn't want to proceed on this case any further. So the people are moving to dismiss.
No objection, Your Honor.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? Motion to dismiss is granted. We'll get you a copy.
Talking to my caseworker. I'm in the courtroom.
What's your name? You're muted.
My name is Brandon Brown.
Brandon Brown. At 10 o'clock.
Brandon Brown.
Can you speak to him?
Oh, I think we're ready.
Okay, on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Brandon Brown, 24-02855, council appearance.
Morning, Your Honor. Case Mark Taylor, sharing on behalf of
Jacob Rowley on behalf of Mr. Brown.
Mr. Brown, today was the date that was scheduled for a pretrial for operating while intoxicated second offense. Is there an offer on this?
Yes, Your Honor. The offer was to plead to operating while intoxicated first offense with restitution.
Your Honor, I have been able to communicate that offer to my client this morning. We'll be asking for just another pretrial day so we can have a couple of weeks to consider that offer.
Set up for plea. Set up for plea date. December 10th at 10:30 is your next court date, okay, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Any additional matters for the record?
For the people.
No, Your Honor.
You're all set for today, Mr. Brown.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Same to you. Orban needs a adjournment, you said? So Ms. Orban needs an adjournment.
That's correct, Your Honor. I know we've adjourned in the past. She's trying to get a birth certificate so she can get her license. She's still working on that. She updated me on Friday and again this morning that it's still being processed. And I think her tardiness today is she's been on, my understanding from email from her is that she's been on hold or on a call with DHHS trying to get an update on timing. I don't know if she was successful in getting it or not.
Ms. Orban?
I apologize.
No problem. Okay, how much time do you need?
Well, the lady I spoke with this morning at Department of Health and Human Services couldn't give me an answer. She gave me a different 800 number to call. So I'm not really too sure right now. But if they can't get it to me within the next, week to 10 days, I'll just ask for a refund and I'll drive up to Crawford County. Well, not me, but personally, but I'll have somebody take me to
So the
Crawford.
issue is that she needs her birth certificate.
She needs her birth certificate to get her license, and
Correct.
because that's out of county, Mr. Wally assisted her in ordering it on September 3rd.
Right.
It still hasn't been sent to her. She's called and asked them, hey, it's beyond the 45 days, what are we doing here? They keep referring her down the line to different services. And we've got a resolution here that if she can get her license, we can resolve this case. So in terms of how long, I guess however long the court is willing to allow us.
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand why she would have to go to another county to get a copy of her.
Because that's where the birth certificate was originally registered. So you have, my understanding from a personal situation, you have to get from the county that was originated from.
I guess I wasn't born here, so I wouldn't be able to get mine too anyways, but it doesn't make sense to me that she have to go there to get a copy of it. I have ordered a birth certificate for my sister from Arkansas virtually, and it came within 7 days, so I don't understand what's going on.
And she's tried the virtual route. I don't know what's the holdup there. I do know from personal.
No, I
years ago that we eventually had to go to Nuevo County to get a birth certificate.
Ridiculous.
It's frustrating, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Yes, it really is.
Particularly when she has paid. She has tried to go through the virtual route without having to do extraordinary transportation, has paid the service.
Give me 30 days.
Thank you, Judge.
No problem. December 10th at 8:30. December 10th at 8:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you have any questions today, ma'am?
No, I don't. Thank you.
Okay, you're all set.
Have a good day.
Same to you.
Thank you.
No, leave them. Just leave them. Leave my stuff.
Hope so. He's having background conversations. On the record in the matter, the people of the state of Michigan versus Terrence Wainwright, 24-02176. Council appearance.
Morning, Your Honor. Case Mark Perry appearing on behalf of the people.
Jacob Riley on behalf of Mr. Wainwright.
Mr. Wainwright has a domestic violence scheduled for today. Was there an offer on this?
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, the offer was to plead as charged with a killer group to no upfront jail.
All right, this time we requested this matter be set for final trial.
Simmons at a trial. Mr. Wainwright, you need to appear in person for final pre-trial, December 10th at 8 o'clock in the morning. And then you have a jury trial that you must appear in person for February 10th at 8 a.m. Do you have any questions at this time?
No.
Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
No, Your Honor.
You're all set, sir.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay, thank you.
You have with you?
I have Gabrielle Yates, and we are ready to proceed on that as well.
On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Gabriel Yates. And this is file number 18-00758. Appearance for the record.
Morning, Your Honor. Case Mark Perry appearing on behalf of the people.
Jacob Riley on behalf of Ms. Yates.
How are you, Ms. Yates? Good, how are you? I'm well, thank you. Okay, so this was the matter that you were offered a plea to the larceny less than 200. It's a misdemeanor with a maximum penalty of 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines for the amount of 3 times the amount of property stolen, and sentencing under HYTA status if eligible. You were unclear if you wanted to proceed with a plea or proceed with a trial. So I gave you additional time to consider that. How do you want to proceed today, ma'am? Okay, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury? Okay, so we already went over this rights and rights. I'm gonna go over it again. That's your signature, correct? Do you understand the rights here? You understand that these are the rights that you'll be giving up if you plead to the amended charge? So that also means that you're gonna give up your right to be considered innocent until proven guilty. So you have the right to be innocent, and as you stand there, you're innocent until the prosecutor proves you guilty. And they would have to prove each element of the charge that they're bringing against you beyond a reasonable doubt before you are considered guilty. Unless you waive that right and plead guilty. You understand that? So you want to enter a guilty plea today? That means that you're going to also give up your right to proceed to jury trial, your right to question or cross-examine any of the witnesses in court that the prosecutor calls to testify against you. You're going to give up your right to have witnesses subpoenaed on your behalf to give testimony evidence. You're going to give up your right to remain silent and not have silence be used against you. Or you can waive your right to silence and testify at trial if you like. Do you understand those rights that you'd be giving up? You understand those rights? Are you currently on probation or on parole?
No, I'm not.
You understand that by entering a guilty plea, it could result in a conviction that you may need to report to your employer, or you may need to put this on a future job application. You also understand that it could have impact on travel or immigration status that you may see. As to the amended charge of larceny less than $200, how do you plead? Are you pleading guilty because you believe you're guilty? Factual basis.
Your Honor, Ms. Yates, on July 2nd, 2017, were you at the location of 111 West Northrop?
Yes, sir.
That in the city of Lansing, state of Michigan?
Yes.
Was a person named Alyssa Ledesma also at that location?
Yes, sir.
Is it true that you took a cell phone that belonged to Ms. Ledesma? You do not have her permission to take that. So In fact, did remove it from that location. And remove it from her possession.
Yes.
Would you agree that the value of that cell phone is likely less than 200? I believe that's a fact.
Any questions from the prosecution?
Your Honor, the people are satisfied with the factual basis.
The court is satisfied with the factual basis. I will accept the plea. I find your plea to be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. The matter is set for sentencing January 13th, 9 o'clock in the morning. When you leave here, you're going downstairs to probation so you can check in. They're gonna get you scheduled for a pre-sentence interview. They are going to interview you at another date and time and produce a report to the court to tell me how you should be sentencing. I also think there's still the outstanding issue of whether or not there's restitution, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, and I'll work to confirm that if there is any restitution owed and if there is, what the exact amount is.
Do you have any questions for the court today? Any additional matters for the record?
No, Your
You're all
Honor.
set. I'm just looking for Lakari Bryant. Ready on. Mr. Bryant.
This is for Alan, he has a show process.
Oh.
Joe.
Emails about what's happening here. What is this?
He wants to know if he can, if he has a hearing tomorrow.
He has an attorney?
Um,
What's your
Right.
lieutenant?
yeah. He starts in his job.
I'm confused. He's the landlord?
No, what's his name? His name is- Trying to see what his name is. No.
Oh, we live together? It says he lives in Grand Rapids. I'm not following.
There is another person on here, so I don't know if he's like. Also,
Co-signer maybe?
maybe, because there's another Kamaya claim,
Wait, he emailed you?
the courtroom.
Email the courtroom?
Yeah.
Mention courtroom.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a number. Can somebody call this guy and find out if he ever lived in this house? If he didn't live there, he can appear via that to the extent that he's even needed. That's if he does not live there. And if he said he doesn't, ask if he ever lived there. If he did live there, we want to know the date he vacated. Wait, what? Is it joke? Who is this? This like a doctor or something? What is it? DO. What kind of doctor has the DO? I thought that was a dentist. Did I make that up?
No,
That's most common.
that's a DDS. A DO is a doctor of osteopathy.
Oh, okay. What's that for?
It's like bone doctor essentially. It's, you have to get the same exact requirements of an MD plus an additional like 150 clinical hours specifically in musculature and skeletal relations.
Got it. Got it.
A lot of anger I had in the restitution hearing.
So what?
This is the basis of a lot of anger I had regarding restitution hearing earlier this year, but one who claimed to have one. Same check.
No, this person's DO. Wanted to know if they can do their urine testing and a swab testing in urine instead of urine testing. No.
Not like the same.
Yeah, no. It says it has similar sensitivity. No, no,
Doesn't sound right.
no.
I wrote a paper about ideas should be qualified as experts ever before, so.
They should.
Should. So we got, we've already made deals.
And then told me if this is not allowed, I can feel free to call and discuss. No, I'm not calling you to discuss it either. What? I'm not interested in what's going on with his DO life.
I feel like I've heard of it.
It's also why I have beef with the.
Yeah.
Did he answer?
No, it's sending this
Can you give me Mr. Allen's file? Allen's file. It was a show cause, they failed to appear. Sorry, in
Is
there.
there a bench warrant? for it?
Yep, I signed the bench warrant already.
Okay. Actually, I think it's, no,
Oh no, I was looking for her duo. She had to push the,
so did she call?
I don't think so.
It's PE days. So, actually,
Yes.
Okay, on the record of the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Bakari Lamont Bryant, 24-02487, council appearance.
Your Honor, case marked Aaron interfering on behalf of the people.
Jacob Riley on behalf of Mr. Fleming.
Okay, and this matter was scheduled for a pre-trial. This is for operating while intoxicated. Second offense, there was a plea sheet in the file for an offer to plead to a operating while intoxicated first offense, Killebrew, no upfront jail. Is that still the offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
This time, Your Honor, my client certainly is considering that, we still need to review some evidence that I'm not sure. Frankly, I think it's state police evidence that has been transmitted to my office, but needs to be downloaded or something before I can do it. But certainly, if we can set this for a plea in a couple of weeks, we should be fully prepared.
No problem. If you need additional time in the future in these cases, you can just email my staff and see if there will be a stipulation for your prosecution. I'm sure in this particular instance, there will be an objection. That way your client didn't have to come in.
Certainly.
Look at your new date,
November 26th at 1:30.
November 26th at
What time? 1:30.
1:30. Have any questions today? Any additional matters for the record? We'll get you a notice. Thank you. And Sharice did not come, so I'll issue a picture.
How's it for the morning, Judge?
So yeah, for the morning.